back. And the reason why it's not reaching its highest potential is because of the middlemen, right? So we know for an actual fact that this stuff has been systematically structured to be this way, right? So now we're going to go back down to this and bring you back up to date just in case you still don't understand what time it is. So during the reconstruction of slavery, right, you had the era of machines, right, where white people of the South, particularly, mostly were replaced, right? So now we come into this day, time, and age, right? And you see white people on the front line now saying Jews will not replace us, right? Which what's the new plan, right? So then when we look at what affiliation does the Jews have in politics? The majority of them are Democrats, am I correct? Right? Um, so in order for this country to be restructured, we got to get to the root problem and the root causes of all of these middle people that has been in our business and in our way that keeps us from excelling to our highest potential, right? So, uh, problem number one, politics. We look in politics and we understand our numbers in politics, right? So we know with politics, we're gonna have to, because we don't want, people get it confused. We don't want to integrate anymore. Okay, the joke is over for that. Everybody is going to restructure at their free will. Okay, that is the order. That will be the order, right? So when we get to that point, um, politics. People like Mark, we're trying to figure out how Marco Rubio, whatever his name is, how did he get into politics? How did Ted Cruz get into politics? How did Omar get into politics? How did Cortez get into politics? Right? They were put there systematically, right, as replacements. How did Black Caucus end up becoming an organization that was founded for African foundational Black Americans ethos, right? How was that an organization that was actually built for us and put into law for us, right? How did this organization become overwhelmed with like 80 something percent of the people who run it is not us, right? Because we got to do some homework here. Black caucus, 80 something percent of them is not us, okay? 80% of Congress as a whole is not us, right? Now we go to media. We got, what's girl, Lady Jean from Haiti. We got Joy Reid. Now Joy Reid wants to wear her hair natural and say she's black. At first, when Joy Reid came on MSNBC, she wanted to distinguish herself from us. Oh no, I'm a descent. I am not American. I'm a descendant from South Africa. Isn't that what you said, Joy Reid? Now all of a sudden, all we hear is this American crap, right? No, no, you do not belong in those positions, and we're going to uproot you up out of those positions and give them to their rightful owners. The Jews brought them in here. I'm not going to say the Jews. Well, America is, yeah, I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it. The pocketbooks, right? The pocketbook of the United States brought people in this country to replace those who were bloodlines that had bloodlines that go back to the Civil War. Joe Biden, Hillary Clinton, the Bushes, you name it, right? These people are responsible for bringing these foreigners in here and being funded by you know who to bring them in here and replace those who were here, whose ancestors have been here, black and white, for over 400 years. Let's get this clear. Let's get this straight between us. These people came here to replace us, right? So now that Revelations is being revealed, we know, Joy Reid, you are not an American descendant, so you have no right to the throne. You are not a heir to our inheritance, right? See, this is the problem. We are not thinking this thing the way it's supposed to. This is all about heritage and bloodline. And how dare somebody who comes over here after the Jim Crow laws and tell us that we are all immigrants? No, the fuck we're not. We are not all immigrants. You people came over here to replace us. You have no rightful claims to the United States of America. Whether your family came here as poor immigrants or not, they did not fight in the Civil War. They did not fight for the freedoms of this country to be as it is. Those freedoms were supposed to be fought and won by for the descendants of American slaves, right? And those who fought in the Civil War. When you look at this country and how it's being ran right now, the majority of people who run it are not descendants of America. We have been invaded by foreigners. Yes, we have been invaded from near and far, and that was America's mistake. It was their mistake because they didn't realize that one day everybody was going to wake up and say, "What the fuck? Hold up! This ain't. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Now you letting, I'm a white man. I've been here, for 400 years, and you brought an Indian in here to take my job." That's what's going on here, right? And these people know that their time is up on the chessboard, right? And they're going to have to get out the way. Because if they don't get out the way, it's going to be a problem. Because after the Civil War, there was never rest in this country. There was never healing in this country, not only with us, but the white people of this land too, whose forefathers fought in the fucking Civil War. Some, yeah, you gotta remember a lot of these people in these high positions, they have bloodlines to other lands, recent bloodlines. So the thing was, you had to be a recent foreigner. You had to be one that came here after the Jim Crows, unless you were already a family established before then. But you had to be a different from a different place. You could not be a person who had a connection to what this whole country was built upon and shed blood for. Okay, so that's why Donald Trump, right? Y'all sit here, oh, poor little immigrants, but these motherfuckers is not coming over here building up this country and helping. Though they just coming in here going over top of the original natives here, the Native Americans, the original people, and the Europeans, whose bloodline traced back to the Civil fucking War. Do they have a right to claim this land? They've been here for 400 motherfucking years. I don't have a problem with that because they never really been my motherfucking problem. My problem is the pocketbook of America. The corporation ran by an organization called Jews because that is not a religion. That's a corporation. That's what I wanted to put out there. That's what I wanted to put out there. We got to do the knowledge, right? All these people got to get up out of here. They don't have to get up out of here, right? But they're going to have to be dethroned, okay? They had no business sitting, coming here over top of those who has been here since the killing fields in the motherfucking South of the United States of America and coming over top of us and think that they would build a new American dream over top of our nightmare. So now we have COVID. And this organization knows it's all about numbers. It's always been about number, and they've been outnumbered, right? Before COVID came. Now COVID is going to come and make the numbers even smaller, right? So they already know they're outnumbered, right? So the next goal here is to atone. And when they atone, the atonement is going to come by kicking out all of these people who do not have a right to the throne or the banking account of actual Americans. That's what this is getting ready to be about, right? And I don't feel sorry because this is what's going to happen. See, everybody mad with Trump, but they don't see what's getting ready to take place here, right? Yeah, they're going to get rid of Donald Trump, right? After the bloodbath, or maybe, I'm hoping it don't, but they're going to get rid of him, right? And you're going to have your Democrats, your poor, your lovely Democrats, right? And they're going to send the motherfucking military on the ground to restore fucking order, okay? They will be the ones that really put the military on the motherfucking ground, call martial law, have your ass sit in the house while they rearrange how this shit is going to go, okay? But I'm just telling you, right? In the end, in the end, right? America is not going to be the place where all these foreigners are going to really want to come to, because no matter if Donald Trump carry out that order or not, right? Black people in this country is angry. We're getting to the root cause of why this organization has been disrupted, and it has been disrupted because it has been invaded by foreigners from all over the place who has no right to the throne of America. Right? Because Israel has to be restored to its rightful owners. Oh yeah, it's going to have to be given. The meek shall inherit this earth, right? And we will be crowned king and queen of this motherfucking land moving forward, right? And all who has been eating off of us, right, and taking advantage of our pain, right, and making doors with the devils, right, replacing us, oppressing us even more, right, is going to get their wake-up call in America. A lot of them, more than likely, is probably moving back home anyway as we speak, because shit is about to get real, and they know the veil has been lifted. Revelations is being revealed. So before it gets to them, they're gonna leave. Watch. So that's my message for tonight, right? Omar, how did Omar get in this country and become a congresswoman, whatever senator state? How did she? She's all the way from Somalia somewhere, an Ethiopia, right? And they came here during their so-called civil war. That war been over. Why are these people still in our goddamn country? And not only are they in our country, they have taken over, I think, Detroit or wherever she's from. How did these people come here and get in a position like this. And it don't have anything about, oh, they group together, they stick together. Don't have shit to do with that. It's systematically, right? But we want them to know and understand that your time is up. You have uh, um, out welcomed yourself in this country, right? And it's time to put African Americans or foundational Black Americans, ADOS, whatever you want to call us, right, back in our rightful positions. We can't go to Ethiopia. We cannot go to your country and come there and go over top of your organization and restructure a whole, I mean, a whole different organization of everybody that doesn't reflect your country. See, a lot of people think that a lot of black people don't have that mindset like Donald Trump when it comes to immigrants, but yes, we do. Because we know you came here to replace us. And you have been doing the devil's bids for a very long time. But now the time is up and you gotta go. Right? And mark my word, I don't have you don't have to listen to me. Right? I just want you to watch. Every last one will be sent back for not being able to multiply good fruit. Right? So yeah, a lot of people in a few minutes is getting ready to get their walking papers from their posting positions. They no longer hold that posted position in America's society. And we are not, and I will debate anybody that comes up here talking about we are. I want them to show and prove that they have a bloodline traced back here since the beginning of slavery or beyond that. And if they can't, then they already know what we think, what we feel, and what we want them to do, right? I want to get that out there moving forward, right? So I'm going to get some rest. I'm going to take it down a little early tonight. Um, Catch up on what was going on all week. Something told me, my mind, you know, when I listen. See, a lot of good teachers are a lot good listeners, right? So when I listen and it tells me no, don't watch all of that shit on TV this week, and I listen, right? Even though I'll have my TV on, but my mind will probably be somewhere else. Um, but I do things um, after I listen to, after I hear, and then I listen and I draw it out, right? And I take the best parts of it and leave the worst part. That being said, keep the vibrations high. I may make a video later and I may not. I don't know, depending on my mood, right? But it's been good building with you guys. Till then,